this is KG here. Just listening to The Crowject.
This is Will Goodings, and you're listening to The Crowject.
This is Sam Jacobs, and you're listening to The Crowject.
Hi, this is Malcolm Blight, and you're listening to The Crowject.
This is Lockie Hume, and you're listening to The Crowject.
Walker needs to kick accurately, and he has. Oh, what a lift up
to the excitement machine, McLeod. Left foot goal.
Oh, don't tell me.
He's a superstar.
Don't tell me. Oh, bounces straight up, leaves the path the ball.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 143 of The Crowject, our last episode of 2021. My name is Damon. Thank you so much to our sponsors, Pain Medicate and Trojan Aluminium. Going around the table, we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to point to you, and you are going to say your name for the listeners.
Jeff Albertson.
Correct. Well done.
Anthony.
Well done.
Peter.
Oh, we're at school.
Yeah, you're the sub teacher.
Yeah, do we have to put our hand up when we talk?
This is actually legitimately a game I would use if I was.
Can I go to the toilet?
No, you can't. We've just started.
Sir, shit yourself.
That's your problem.
I'm
It's yours
Ben.
now, mate.
You're Ben? That would make you Elodie.
I'm Elodie, yeah.
Wonderful to hear from you all.
And who are you?
Yeah, who are you?
Who am I? I introduced myself at the beginning.
Yeah, but
well, none of you
we need to all point at you first. What's your name?
Tell us.
My name is also Elodie.
Ooh,
so send your complaints through to Elodie at The Crowject.
No.
What do you care? Your name's fucking Ben.
It's a very good point, actually.
Where are we at, Damon?
I don't know, but I'm glad we started this
Cool.
way. Thank you so much to all of you loyal Patreons. I'm sorry that we're putting you through this right now. How is everyone leading into the end of the year? Everyone well?
Yeah. An
Yeah.
intro doesn't
Yes.
go around without asking Crom how he is.
Yeah,
I love it.
say.
No, but I
Yeah,
thought I'd
that's
ask
true.
everyone and just sort of not put Cream under
So
the pressure.
we always only care about cream. See,
Exactly.
when cream goes around, I never am like, oh, hi, cream,
For
Lleyton,
once,
how are
just
you?
don't
Yeah.
ask me how I am.
That's cool. I asked everyone
mix
how
it
they
up.
are. I did. I asked everyone.
And I think
Love it.
we all
Let's
just
all
just
ask
nodded
Ben.
at you as if this
Yes.
wasn't just an
As though
audio.
this is weird.
Yes,
I'm going to throw a run sheet in the bin the way we're going. I'll tell you what.
Which is 40 fucking times.
You spread it out over 19 pages.
It's 2, and I'm bound to get 1 at some point.
Are we listing the Patreons?
Shall we? Who's up for it?
It looks like
I've
Cream
got
might
it.
be ready for
You
it.
got it there? All right, go for a Cream with the Patrons.
Can I please have some curb music?
You want curb music?
I don't give a fuck what music it is, to be honest.
Okay, here we go. You ready?
Here's Nickelback.
Christopher Marshall, Austin Richardson, Chrom Chad, Ray Michael, TJ Little, Cameron Scharenberg, Ethan Phillips, Matt Quist, Ben Pirro, Brad M, Sophie Damon, Drew Corner, Chris Jade, Hickey, Samuel Curtis, arguably AFL, Frank Milanese, Sharon Cameron, Matty Irwin, Giggity Gov, Ethan Thomas, Christy Banish, Harry Nelly, Martin Head, Kim Ryder, Aaron Shearer, Dan Yench, Brendan McGarrigan, James Payne, Caitlin Stevens, Crow Dry Colours, Chris, Sarah James, Adam Cirillo, Joel Katina, Martin Adams, Tom Schultz, Michael Bornholm, Nathan Prime, Scomar, Andy Munro, Shaheen Marty.
Good.
Simone McDonald, Aidan Gain, Jezza Withers, Lockie Dand, Mitchell Lord, Nathan Williams, Jason McKay, Pete Nash, and Matt O'Brien.
Very well done,
Lovely
Cream.
work.
Great
Lovely.
job. Cool. So a little bit of a different episode today. We asked you, the loyal listeners, over the socials what your favourite memories were of the season 2021. Before we get to those, though, there's a little bit of news kicking around.
Oh.
Just today, we got the preseason games announced. Ben, you were across that earlier today. Who
I
we playing?
was indeed. We will be taking on the West Coast Eagles at Richmond Oval on, the date was Saturday, March 5th, I believe. Let me just have a look. Nice padding.
I'm going to back him in.
Sorry, we will play Port Adelaide at Richmond Oval.
Take the tick back.
On Saturday, March the 5th at 3:40 p.m.
don't get half
SA
a
time. Whatever.
This
take what
isn't
I can
Harry
get.
Schoenberg in our post-game rating.
And we will also take on the West Coast Eagles at an undecided date, time, and at an undecided place at the moment. So that'll just be a
Tasmania.
practice match, so I won't really.
That sounds like
Counts much,
all of
but-
last season, I guess.
Yeah,
Just like,
yeah.
we're going to play at some
Yeah.
point.
Especially for West Coast, isn't it? Like West Coast will play the following teams. We don't know where.
Pretty much
at some
somewhere
point,
in the
I don't
country.
know.
If you can get into Perth,
Yeah.
maybe.
Could be
maybe.
before the season, could be after. I don't know.
Is it worth
We'll
the
find
14
out.
days?
Not for preseason.
For a scratch match as well, like it's not even an official preseason match.
No.
I
I'm
don't
going to
think
say
so.
I actually don't mind the way they're doing it currently, not only because of COVID, but because remember at one point they were pouring so much effort into the preseason and there was cups on the line and money and
The Wizard Cup.
and
Yeah,
no
bring
one,
it back.
and no one really cared except for Carlton, who tried to win it every year.
Don't forget when St Kilda won it in 04 and just the ambivalence on Grant Thomas's face.
Right.
He's just
holding up that Wizard Cup.
Yeah,
It's like massive.
finally we won a cup. Oh, fuck our lives.
Now we got to get on a plane.
Yeah. Well,
we
they
gotta
did
get
it.
it
They played it Telstra Dome as it was then.
Oh, that's right. They did too.
Long way
jumped
back
on
to St Kilda from
Yeah,
there.
they jumped on the 93 tram.
2 stops.
Yeah,
It's a
2-stopper.
Can I go way off on a tangent?
Oh, Jesus.
Already.
Oh, Jesus. That's unlike you.
Can someone timestamp this, please? Like, just out of curiosity, how early it is?
A moment of silence, please.
Flag.
Well, I did mention Tasmania before. Hawthorn and Tigers are playing a game over in Tasmania next year to honour all the kids who sadly passed away last week. So
It's very good.
I would like to say a well done to the AFL and the clubs for getting involved.
Absolutely. Yep. And, thoughts and prayers and sympathies to anyone connected with that. Pre-season is definitely going ahead. Some more news. Our coach has decided he wants to stay on for a little bit, Lleyton.
Yes, he did.
Yes.
I don't think he ever wanted to leave. It was just more that we would be stupid to let him go. But not if you ask Kane Corns.
Oh, what
What
did
did
Kane
he
say?
He said we should have waited till halfway through the year or something.
Why?
Didn't
Like what?
Because what happens if we get off to a shit start of the season?
Because we really want uncertainty.
Oh, absolutely. The coach. Yeah. Do you know what the Crows need more of? Uncertainty.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That his team, didn't they re-sign Ken Hinkley?
Look, we can keep doing that for as long as they want,
we're
honestly.
happy with that.
10 more years for Ken.
Yes.
You were going to say, Elodie.
So
I was just going to say, if we were doing shit halfway through the year, wouldn't that be expected? Like, we're
Correct.
in a rebuild anyway.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's a bit different than like the Ken Hinkley situation where it's like,
very
we
true.
should be good, but this guy's shit.
Unless Kane Corns is expecting us to make the finals, in which case he's more optimistic than 3/4 of Crows fans.
I don't think Kane Corns plans anything out that far in advance. It just sort of comes
definitely
out
not.
of his head via his mouth,
Yeah.
you know?
Sort of
Just
like the
says stuff.
interview I did with him. That's coming soon.
Is it
It's Patreon exclusive.
bit of sizzle for the Patreon? Sign up if you want to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just on Nick's re-signing, we have had probably, I think, I'm just going to go on record and say, the most amount of re-signings we've ever had in a single season.
Agreed.
Yeah.
We're somewhere in the 20s.
Yeah, apparently it's
27,
a
wasn't it?
sheer number
Yeah.
of signings, so they're all shearing sheep.
Can you please stop picking up my spelling mistakes?
Harry Schoenberg, the farmer's son, is that?
With his little mole as well. He can't even shear his own little moustache. Isn't it cute?
Is this the best of the re-signings? Question for everybody. Like, are we now doing better because we've re-signed the coach for longer? Or can someone think of a player that we re-signed this year that we think is putting us in good stead? Is this a good question? Because everyone's just staring back at me like, I have no idea what you're asking, Damon.
I've had 20 plus signings.
I just can't remember them all.
So does anyone stand out? Does any one particular signing stand
No,
out?
because they've been every 2 weeks. There's been another signing. We've got that player. We'll keep him next year. Okay.
Yeah.
I think he was the most obvious signing
Yep.
out of all of them.
Yeah. And like Tilthorpe and we had Cook and all of that signed during the year. Obviously, they're good
Yeah.
ones, but yeah, I think Nick's is probably the best one.
I think the best reason is hasn't had any injuries. He's been great.
That's a very good point,
Very reliable.
actually.
He's there every week. Yeah. Don't even worry.
I think for the first time in 10 years, we've got a good culture.
Yes.
Yep.
Has a coach ever missed a game through injury? That's a really good question.
Is COVID included?
Through illness. Plenty have missed through illness.
Okay.
David
I guess that makes more
Parkin
sense.
someone had a year off. No, Alan Jeans from Hawthorn had a year
Yeah,
off
he
due to
did.
depression.
That's right. He did too.
That was back in the early 90s too, where
when
mental health wasn't really a thing.
I'm going to look it up.
Recognised well.
Elodie, didn't Clarkson miss a couple of games after he punched a wall at Launceston and broke his hand?
Potentially. I remember that. I remember that happening.
Or maybe he
but-
just got suspended for doing that.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, it was a striking action with a closed fist.
Exactly.
He also
It was intentional.
He had a couple of months off because of Gillian Barra.
He did too.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't look that up.
Nasty stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nasty stuff.
No fun.
no
Yeah.
good.
And not in a gruesome way, it's just sad. So,
Yeah.
anyway,
Well,
Speaking
yes,
of
so
it.
Nick's very reliable.
back to Nick's.
Well done. Good tangent, Crom. Well done.
You know he's going to turn up because he's not going to be at the hairdresser.
He's not here for a
Yeah.
haircut.
Yeah, he's not here for a haircut, is he? Yeah. That's a big call.
Oh, he always
I'm gonna
knows
cut
what
that in.
pizza to order.
Yeah, he does.
Did you just say you're gonna cut that in?
Yeah, you know the thing
Is that
from the
another-
Showdown presser where he's just...
Oh, that's a big call.
That's a big call. That'd be good. It sounds like someone's grabbing his nuts while cool.
When you said I'm going to cut that in, I thought that was another hairdressing joke. Sorry, don't mind me. Speaking of injuries, Fisher Mackesy has injured himself. They reckon he might be out for the rest of most of next season.
No, wasn't it this season?
No, yeah.
Most 2021.
He's out for the rest of
Definitely out for the
2021?
rest of this season.
Yeah.
There's no season
That
left.
checks out.
That actually was on the
2 weeks?
AFL Twitter. That was on the
Yeah.
AFL Twitter. It says
Yeah.
he's out for the rest of 2021. It's like, well, no shit. There's only 2
Yeah,
weeks.
that's 2 weeks, yeah.
Like, what do you expect?
That's what I thought too. Yeah, no, I said that he would be back training next year, and it's just they make it sound like no.
Yeah, he's
next
not
year
training
will
till
be-
January 2nd.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's
God.
crazy.
Watch
Which
out.
probably makes the next belt point a bit obsolete then. Future at the club, question mark?
Well, just wait a week and we'll see.
Exactly.
I saw it was a very similar injury that he had when he got drafted, because he had that injury. Was it just before he got drafted or just after? And it's a very similar injury. But he's all right.
He's all right.
Maybe.
You spoke to him?
I'm no doctor.
Yeah, so it's a stress fracture in his femur, and he will be all good to play in the preseason competition. 2022 or 2023?
Well, it depends on how you measure time.
Well, this is
The
true.
correct way or the incorrect way.
The thing for that is that he can lose conditioning very quickly. I don't even think you can ride with that if it's on your fever.
So
Like, you
he'll
can't ride
still
a
be
bike.
doing non-weight bearing training before returning to full training in about 6 weeks' time.
Does that include his
So-
own weight? Like, is he able to walk around with this? Or?
He's going to be doing hydrotherapy with the Beryls and Cecil. He's going to be around, just with the noodle, that's
yes.
Doing the
flotation.
nut bush underwater.
Yeah, doing the nut bush. Yeah, get around it.
Speaking of Beryls and Cecils, we'll have some of those later, so stay tuned.
Fantastic.
B's and C's of the year.
It's a good point that he'll be back for preseason, but it's like, but when is preseason? When are we playing West Coast?
Apparently, we're playing them at Richmond Oval on March 5th. Oh, wait. We're playing Port.
Double header, the West Coast are going to come in to our showdown and just take over like
Back in
with tables, ladders, and
2013
chairs.
NAB Cup style where they played. There was 3 teams playing in one day at the same
It
time.
was like 10-minute halves.
Yeah,
lightning
I
round.
loved that.
That's when they officially stopped taking it seriously, I think, and they just went, bugger it, just 3 teams can play. Who
Yeah,
cares?
just kick a footy around. That's what
Yeah,
people
when
want
it
to
comes
see.
off the post and comes back into play, it's play on.
That's right.
Then the 9-pointers, and then if you kick it backwards, it's
we
play
won
on.
that premiership, so don't discount us too much.
Yeah.
I reckon we were this close to introducing multi-ball.
We tried AFL Nines.
Yeah, we tried that.
We have to talk about that AFL 9s
Yes.
and multi-ball.
Yes.
Now, Elodie, can you give us an update on the Nick Eagles?
I can give us an update.
Okay,
Do you want the?
Over to the news.
Are we including the forfeits or that?
Oh, wait. Sorry, that's it.
That's okay. Moving on. Do you want the real figures or the ones that we sort of made up a little bit? we might have tweaked the figures a bit just to make us more like Nick Gill. I'm saying that
More behinds.
we had what did we say? We won 5 games and lost 3.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. I don't know. It wasn't that. I don't know.
It was like
we
won
played
4, lost
football
5.
sometimes. Yeah. Lleyton came in for a late charge for
My
the Nick Gill
God.
medal at the end.
Yeah. a little bit of a
game.
little bit of a tailwind. There was a little bit of tailwind.
A little bit. It was a gale force.
Lane was just bombing fatties from 50 out. And it was just like, where was this all year? Oh, that's right.
He wasn't here.
Yeah, I was wearing the goal kicking wristband.
Yeah, I know. One of
Gives
them
you
got given
powers.
to me. Yeah. I did a Curly Hampton and just avoid the ball altogether.
That's a good strategy too. But yeah, thank you to everyone that came out and played. I don't know, who was your favourite player, Ben, this season?
I'll get around Sophie.
Sophie?
Sophie head up forward.
Yeah. I think she came pretty close to
And
the Nick
mainly
Gill
just
medal
for
in the end.
the posters at the end.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, if you haven't seen those on our socials, Sophie made up a very nice poster.
Real nice team shot that one was.
Yeah. All the
Yeah.
embarrassing photos too. That we self-reported. That was the best part too.
I'd say my favourite player was either Lleyton or Michael. Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Lleyton?
Same answer.
I like Lleyton or Michael.
Are you going to say me?
Yeah, definitely Elodie, the
Oh,
captain,
thank you. Thank
every
you.
week.
That's Ben.
Mostly turned up. Oh, sorry.
Thank you. I put this whole show together.
Probably forgotten the name thing at the start of the episode.
Anyway, it was fine. And then we got KFC at the end of the season, and that was the main part.
I thought we meant to do it at the end of each game.
Yeah.
Carb load,
most of us
carb load
did.
all day.
Yeah, most
yeah.
of us did just separately.
And that's what it's about, really.
Yeah.
That's great.
Exactly.
Oh, I love social sports.
Great contribution.
Don't really put
Why
a
did
pin
you
in that
never
one.
play? You're the only one on this table who didn't play this season.
Oh,
What are
yeah.
you doing?
Yeah, look at me. I'm Stewie Jew, version 3. Like, mate, and you didn't play?
Yeah, and I look like Nick
Please.
Gill without the talent. Like, what do you? Oh, actually,
Yeah, but
wouldn't
Nick
be
Gill
perfect.
without talent, he's still good looking.
That's right.
That's just
I'm
Nick Gill.
Not quite Nick Gill then.
And he can make songs and videos of Port versus the
I
Bar.
definitely can't do that. Miller is back at training. Are we all excited by this?
Yay.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's not what it says on the run sheet.
Can you not?
It says Mill era.
Apprehensive.
The Mill era.
No, I'm going with Chrom because he's not knocking my spelling. Go on, Chrom.
I thought silo season was in March or something when they balanced
How are you going to know what's
Shut
next?
up and let Chrom answer.
I've just learned with this bloke to temper expectations, so I'll be excited when he gets picked and he starts playing. I don't really care if he trains, to be honest, because he's been injured at training, so why would I get my hopes up if he's just going to get injured all over again?
Fair.
I think that's a very negative outlook, Cream.
I hope he comes. I'm glad that he will get a good block of training in, but I won't be truly excited until I see him on the field in an actual game.
You sound ecstatic over there.
Yes, but he played half a trial game last year. What more can you ask?
If he gets a full trial game in this year, Cream's happy.
Yeah.
The only way's up.
I mean, I tend to agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we can surely a little bit of positivity knowing that he's up and moving around and that the bloke hasn't just quit his career after
Well,
all
I
these
was going to say
injuries.
he wasn't going to be wheelchair bound for the rest of his life, so I mean,
Yeah.
he was bound to come back eventually.
Well, you
That's
hope
the way
so.
I look at it.
How long has he been on our list for now? Since 2015, was it?
Yeah, something like that.
16, I wanna say.
Right since Cream booed him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You did too.
So, just to go back to something that we talked about before, myself, Elodie, and Ben went to have an interview with Tim Silvers.
Oh,
Now,
yes.
that was in conjunction with so Sensible Crow and Crowcast were there as well. Sat down with Timmy Silvers for about 5 or 6 minutes, asked him a few questions, and they'll be at the end of the pod tonight.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you that. Sorry.
No, that's all right. That's fine.
Surprise.
I could have put it on the run sheet, but there's not enough room because I printed this out in size
Well,
1.
there's a second page here.
There is a second
With
page
one line on it.
with one line on it.
There's an unnecessary gap between two things. You could have easily put. Come on, mate. Think of the trees.
The formatting.
This is, do you know what this is? You know when someone at work asks you to do something and you think, I don't really want to make that part of my job, so you do a crap job to begin with.
So you never
Okay,
get
we're
off.
gonna make
never, ever touch
we
again.
want this. We want it in wingdings next time.
You can decode it in your own time. All right, back to the news then. AFLW trial match has been cancelled. We were meant to be playing
Yes.
GWS,
Yeah,
and that is
Saturday.
now officially done.
Yeah.
So we're going to go down there for some
Yeah.
interviews as well. And
They heard we were coming and then
the
they
old-
cancelled it.
The old Crojack curse strikes again. So
I think GWS had a positive case. That was the problem, wasn't it? I think.
the
Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah,
not the Crojack.
I think it was one of the officials or something for GWS. But
Nah, let them go.
Yeah, right.
They don't play. Officials don't play.
It turns up every week.
Was there going to be another Irish import to play for the Giants who will just run into someone's gut as well? Was that what we were predicting to happen?
They're going for the tradition.
Yeah, and then Noffy gets 3 weeks to 0. So, just saying.
That was a fun little event that happened at the beginning of last season,
That was
wasn't it?
beautiful, wasn't it?
Great way to start the
AFL
year.
Next on the run sheet, flashbacks, highlights of 2021.
I'm going to kick it off real early in the year.
I'm going to go right back to the start. Oh, we had a few though on the socials, but
Well, hang on. Do we want to finish the news first?
Oh,
or do we wanna-
sorry.
Thank you. I mean, it is in
back to the-
size 121 font. I'm
You can't miss
surprised
it.
you missed it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So is there going to be a trial game replacement trial game?
I'm
or
genuinely not
probably
sure.
not?
I
Nah,
didn't
we're just playing
see.
internal trials. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it checks out. I guess it's a bit of a shit time of the year to just squeeze one in. You can't really move it to next Saturday because that's Christmas.
That's it.
That's not good. It's not ideal.
Christmas.
Well, sorry, what time of year is it?
It's Christmas.
Christmas.
Christmas. Happy Christmas. Yeah, but it'll be good to. When does season start? January
Christmas.
sometime.
Yeah.
7th, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
Sweet. I'm excited. It's Christmas.
You know what?
You two having fun in the corner there? You good?
we'll put that video on the socials.
I'm playing it.
No.
I'm playing it in about 10 seconds.
No, oh god, here we go.
This video is like 15 years old.
There's no Vine.
And it gets better
Yeah,
every
Vine. God, 7-second videos. God,
Very Chrysler.
TikTokers don't know what they do.
All right, well, while he's doing that, we'll stick on the AFLW news. There's a new Crows Girls Academy, which has just been started up, heading up by Courtney Cramey. I think this is a fantastic initiative to make sure we keep some of the best talent identified. And he's found it.
Merry Christmas. Merry Chrysler. It's Christmas.
Worth every
second.
Lleyton.
Watch out, another run sheet's going in the bin.
Lleyton, you were saying something.
Was I? Crows Academy is good.
Crows Academy, good.
Yes.
Yep.
All right,
Cream is
can you
bad.
Dusty Hannah's this one from here?
Oh, from deep.
Only one way to find out.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh,
so here we go.
it's
Drum roll,
commentary.
everyone.
Going
up
for
the old arm.
Going for the paper.
Anyone got
in the bin.
WD-40?
Stepping up next is Anthony Crane. Accuracy rate of 2.0.
Oh,
now
completely
10.0.
missed.
That was so
Maintains
bad.
his poor form for 2021.
Yeah, actually, he shot like the Adelaide 36ers from the other night, so we'll give it to Dusty Hanniston.
Now, I don't pay attention to the basketball, but I did see one guy for the Phoenix, I think it was, just dunking over a dude from Victory, and then it just kicked off from there. Everyone was punching each other after that.
Mitch Creek, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Phoenix?
Dellavedova.
Yeah. Just it was a Dellavedova.
Yeah, he dunked over him.
There you go.
Put him on a poster, and his teammate just decided to.
Told him to go back to Cleveland.
There you go.
Oh,
love it.
Where you earn more money?
Yeah,
probably.
Hey, I played in the NBA. Oh, you didn't. Oh,
Okay.
Your
Take
last
this.
name's Craig. It's not even a leg, dickhead.
Speaking of comical punch-ons, and then we're done for the news. I've got down here David versus Goliath. By that, I mean Rob versus Mick Henry. And I understand that we can actually cut live to the training session. Is that right, Pete?
Oh,
We've got some
you won't
footage.
believe it. Here it is.
They're still going at it.
Wow.
Yeah, they're still going.
The fact that none of
and
them
it's
are
in
making
stereo.
any noises. Just to get hit.
Punches.
Yeah.
God, it's still going.
Stop, he's already dead.
I think the first guy's well on top here.
oh, combo.
Finish him.
Fatality.
Worth every second. What do we think about
That took me
this?
3 minutes to find out. All right. That was
It
hard.
runs for 3 minutes about as well.
Yeah. What do we think about this? A lot was written up. Elodie, I'm pretty sure they referenced someone managed to get the preseason camp from a couple of years ago into the write-up around this.
Yeah, I think that happened. I didn't pay attention to any of it except the photo of Rob in the bath. So
That's right. McHenry. So Nick
That was our
McHenry
favourite
posted
part.
this on as revenge,
Yes.
which I wanted to find out what book he was reading.
Oh, it doesn't surprise me at all that he was reading a book. Because he's a very smart person.
You'd rather that than, you know.
okay.
Yeah, and it takes a very smart person to read a book.
Wouldn't catch me reading a
but
book. It's just like when they take out all the crayons out of Homer's nose. And it's just, you just walk into Riley O'Brien and he's just doing a bunch of Rubik's Cubes.
Yeah.
Ned knocked a crayon out of his nose. Yeah.
No, it's just because you
Listening
look
to
at him and
ABD.
you think he's like a caveman, a big dumb guy, and then you find out he's actually really fucking smart. And next thing you know, he's reading books in the bathtub. It just makes sense.
Cream, did you look at that footage and just go, that's the weirdest looking iPad I've ever seen?
Yes.
He could have been reading anything. He could have been reading, I don't know, like the best of Joe Rogan or something.
Very unintelligent.
It's a very small book.
It would have been a lot less pages than the one he was reading.
Yeah, it looked like Tolstoy's War and Peace.
Cream, you've played footy at a high level. Have you ever had a punch up with a teammate in training?
Let alone a ruckman.
No.
Yeah, would you go up to the ruckman if you were going to start a fight?
If I was going to punch someone in my own team or if I was going to punch someone on the other team.
Well, this is getting a bit deep. I didn't-
Well, you
No.
always go for the biggest guy first. Is that not generally the rule?
I thought you go for the smallest.
No, because
Well,
if
that's
you
what
go
Rob
for the
did.
biggest guy first, then everyone else is scared of you.
thought
Because
you-
they're smaller than the biggest guy.
Yeah, what if you
And
can't
they're
reach him?
"Oh, well, you'd hope you can reach him, otherwise you're knocked out.
I thought you went after the bloke in sleeves first. Is
Yes,
that the rule?
yeah. Well, that's only if there's more than one person wearing sleeves on the team. Because there's only allowed to be one person on each team with sleeves.
You've talked about this before.
Right.
I still don't believe it.
So you go out and punch the coach.
Yes.
And then the assistant.
Yes.
And then Beryl the runner.
Yes.
And the trainer.
No,
So
I
the
don't
coach
know.
still turns up next week.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
I'm more of a shit talker.
That's unlucky.
yeah, why does that not surprise me?
Yeah, no.
That's literally my only strategy in AFL 9.
Yeah,
Just
just
shit
get all
talk people,
chirpy.
so-
The other teams got confused at some point because they didn't know what to do.
I ain't gonna lie. The couple of games I played for the AFL 9s, all I was doing as soon as I go from my
You sound like Sam Chaplin. Every time he kicks the ball.
Meanwhile, Cream's in the goal square shouting at people to go read a book, you genius. So anyone got an issue with it? Like, this is fine, isn't it? We want to see them competitive and having a good hit out.
Yeah, absolutely love it.
Why not? Yeah. We all wrestle each other sometimes. Yeah,
a bit of wrestling.
to get better,
Seen Lleyton throwing some punches over there.
Me and Elodie wrestled for a Canadian club the other night.
Oh, so that's how you got the sound effect.
Elodie, punch near the left, my goal, punch near the right. What do we punch from bread? No, okay. That died in the ass anyway.
That's going to be the title of this episode.
That was another fun thing
That died in the
happened.
ass. He's 2021. Sorry, Elodie.
That was another fun thing that happened. We had our project end of year thing.
We did.
Christmas dinner.
That was cool.
Yeah, that was lovely.
Is that news? I don't know. That's not really news.
Yeah, news. It was.
It's not on the run sheet.
Shit.
I'll allow it.
So we took a group photo and we used Lleyton's lovely partner Katie as the body double for Chrom.
Yes, yeah.
And I think everyone in the photo was looking all nice for the camera except for me, and I'm just in the back just like.
You had a couple of minus 146s or whatever they call
I think I had 3 or 4.
196.
96 even.
I had 4.
The lemon squashes.
I was gone.
They were tasty.
6%, man. They'll creep up on you.
Oh, they crept up. They ran to me.
Yeah,
And if you're
that
listening,
was really good.
if you're listening back home in Japan, sponsor us.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
We need some shochu quickly.
Can I have the phone book to Hokkaido, Japan?
Mr. Spuckle. That's what he's referencing. Don't look at me like that.
Is this a local call?
Is this where we discovered that you've got similar thoughts about the Japanese as Lleyton does to the Koreans?
Oh, God.
Are we going back there?
Probably not.
It doesn't help that Lleyton's been picketing the South Korean embassy for the last 4 weeks.
Wrong embassy.
Wrong one. Shit.
It's the North Korean assembly's the transformer at the front. So it's just the box on the ground.
Can I backtrack a minute?
Please, God, do.
So we're talking about AFLW. Just for those that don't know, the SANFLW next year have introduced like a development league, like a reserve sign for every team who are going to be playing before the senior women.
Oh, that's good.
Excellent.
As like a curtain raiser. So I think that's going to be very good for the AFLW moving forward. And I did read an article today about the fact that AFLW club membership record has been smashed because the teams coming into the competition in 2023 have already started selling early sponsorships.
Brilliant.
So
isn't Sydney Swans the biggest membership drive and they're not even playing this year?
Yes. Yeah. So 33,577 is from all 18 clubs currently. Previous record was this year with 25,700 across 14 clubs.
That's amazing.
And Sydney currently has 3,500 signed up despite being a year away from its first game.
That's phenomenal.
And Port Adelaide has 1,957 already, ranking in the top half of club memberships, while Adelaide, Brisbane, Carlton, Geelong, Gold Coast, Hawthorn, Melbourne, North Melbourne, Port Adelaide and Sydney have all broken their club records.
I mean, long-standing records there, but
yes,
it's fantastic and it proves
it's
to
good
the,
for women's foot.
And it proves to the naysayers that there is an appetite out there, and they've been saying for ages that in New South Wales and Queensland, the demographic where the sport is the most popular is in young women and families.
Yep.
So we've known this for a long time. So it's fantastic to finally see numbers start to develop around it.
And as always in the SANFLW, go to the base.
Up the base.
Up the base.
Up the base.
So we'll be doing some interviews with some of the AFL
Back
women's
to back.
players after some of the trainings this year.
And we can go back and
next
do
year.
a couple
Sorry,
of
not this year.
old ones as well. We did a couple of months back. I think Brooke Tonin, a couple others.
Did we record them?
Yeah, that's on Patreon.
All but one.
Did you have a run sheet for that one?
Yeah, but it was too small, so I think he's overcompensated for this one.
You guys are great. Thanks for that.
Oh, that's why it says
Your
press
face
record on the
looked
back.
like you just went to a cafe and ordered a coffee and they gave you decaf. That's what your eyes were.
Hello there, hand slatchard.
Have I told? I'm sure I've told all of you privately, but I'm going to tell the story on air.
Here
So
we go.
I have been doing the radio school this year, which I highly recommend if anyone's keen. Australian radio school, go check it out.
Sean Craig Murphy.
Sean Craig Murphy, friend of the pod. that week we were talking about podcasting and we were talking about an infamous story, which I think we covered with the man himself, with Graham Corns, when we interviewed him all those years ago.
Yeah.
And he was talking about how
was last year.
he lined up, all those years ago. What did I
Might
say?
have been this year even, actually.
Many moons ago.
Many moons ago.
Literally 12 moons ago.
Radio school has taken 12 years off his life.
Feels it. This one failed interview took years off my life. So he gets the interview with Lance Armstrong because he's down for the tour down under.
Yeah.
Sets him up in a nice hotel, sits down, starts chatting to Lance, realizes at the very, very end of the interview that something had went wrong with the machinery. And we were talking about that as a what not to do when you're doing interviews. And I go into the interview with Anne Hatchard on the Saturday, feeling good, feeling keen. She's fantastic, really funny interview. Get all the way to the end and go, oh no, I've pulled a Graham Corns. Yeah.
And she was like, who's Graham Corns?
Yeah. The best thing is I got to text Sean Craig Murphy, like SAFM Sean Craig Murphy, and said, Sean.
Name drop.
I made, Sean, it's Sean Craig Murphy.
You might know him, yeah.
I got to text him and say, Sean, I did that one thing he told us not to do. And he replied with, I can't believe it. Like, you're the worst student ever. Just lambasted me.
You're no Sam Tugwell.
Don't come back exactly. Don't come back until you're as good as Sam Tugwell. Okay, moving on from that traumatic experience that I had this year.
Can we have a quick round of applause?
Oh, for what?
The Aussies just won the second test.
Hey!
Imagine being Joss Butler and lasting 207 balls and then you get out by hitting your wicket.
Oh
no.
He's just exhausted.
Oh,
he's exhausted from dropping sitters behind the wicket is what he's
That was a bit of a slap in the face.
Anyway, so we put it out to the socials. We wanted to know everyone's favourite memories of the year. Should we go around the table? What are our favourite memories for this season? I'm just going to start with Lleyton.
Good question. I reckon.
Thank you.
I reckon it's the time that that Port supporter wrote a letter to Max Gawn before the Port prelim.
God, yes.
I love how we're a Crows podcast. You're wearing a Crows jumper,
Yeah.
but your favourite memory is anti-Port Adelaide. That might be the most Crows thing ever.
It does check out.
I just want to give a shout out. There were a few people on. So it was Sam Curtis who said the Port fan who sent Maxi Gawn the letter.
Yes.
That was his favourite memory from the year. So,
And the title of the letter was "Take a Good Look, Children."
Oh, that's right.
Feel free to do a dramatic reading, Chrom.
Oh, do we?
No, we've read this before.
You've read this before.
Yeah.
It's just pure insanity. It's nuts.
You sure you don't want to read it?
I can't remember last week, so come back to me.
No, it was Pete.
Oh, good.
But I was going to come back to you if you were willing, Pete.
This sounds weird, and not to toot our own horn, but how the Chrom beanies have gone bananas.
Hey.
Just all the Chrom stuff. Like, we've sent all stuff to all the rookies as well.
Yes, all the draftees.
All the draftees have asked for it, and we have kindly delivered. So Jedi Chrom himself, Luke Nankervis, has got his delivered today.
The bucket hat.
Yeah, the bucket hat.
Who have we got left? Jake Saligo.
He's got his. I dropped it off to his house.
Josh Rochelle.
He's got his.
This is like signing up all the Crows players. We're giving them Chrom beanies. It's like signing them up to Chrom.
Congratulations.
Oh my God.
No, but in all seriousness, we've raised 25 grand for charity, and to be perfectly honest, I'm just proud because we've all contributed to that, and yeah, I'm amazed. But the other favourite memory is round one game.
Yep.
That just was shocking, but amazing, but still, I've got chills.
Did you sit there watching and thinking, this is it? This is our season? We're going to knock off Geelong round one, and then it's going to be the premiership from
We're
here.
winning the flag, baby.
We're winning the
Flag Chrom. Not really.
My favourite memory was not being able to get anything wrong on Brownlow night.
How do you feel about that, Elodie?
What about the rest of the year?
That's why it was my favourite memory, because I'm normally wrong.
When you spend your entire life buried in your phone reading articles about shit,
You're bound to be right eventually.
you're bound to be right if you just get enough
And also,
Insight.
Arkansas Razorbacks start of the season was very good too.
Damn straight.
Oh yeah.
Stick my dig in the mashed potatoes.
Go Hogs!
Elodie, what was your favourite memory of the season?
Oh, my
If at
first
all.
thought was, but Peter stole it. Was the round one win against them just
Sorry.
because it was just like, how dare you like the Crows win as much as I did. And I was really drunk that game, I remember. And I could barely see. And I was like, who's that guy with the ball? I don't like him.
Josh Jenkins.
Like, this Dangerfield. Yeah, I was yelling at Josh Jenkins a lot, even though
I got a
he
message
didn't exist.
from you at 3/4 time that said, walk and talk. Yes. And I was like, I don't remember asking. And then afterwards you messaged 2 minutes later, no. And then you turned up.
I don't remember much of that day, but
it was a good memory.
Yeah, my good memory is the day I don't remember.
I just had an image, when The Simpsons where Homer's trying to describe his last night. It's a black and white silent film. Scene missing. Yeah.
Well, I think I went to it because I had 2 spare tickets to the game, and I'm pretty sure I took 2 Port supporters with me to the game. And then they came to walk and talk, and I don't know. Anyway, so that was my first one. The second one is the SANFL Grand Final.
That was
I knew she was going to fucking bring that up.
Yeah, the reserves was good.
Reserves was good.
Yeah.
Led by Kyle Crompton.
Boo, no one cares about the reserves.
you do when you win them.
Yeah.
Ben, favourite memory for the season, mate?
No, that's Elodie.
I made the mistake before,
Come
didn't I?
Has to be the Melbourne game, really.
Yep.
Second row seat, Taylor Walker coming up to the guy and hugging him right in front of me at the end of the game. It's probably one of the best games I've ever been to.
And that was a game where all 3 of us ended up on the television.
We did. Yes, at different points.
You patting my belly, which is boom. You're just like, yeah.
I needed the luck. And now we're a GIF. You turned us into a GIF.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no autographs. But Benny Mac, he got front and centre too. That was a bit, you had a good serious clap going on.
Oh, that was a different game. I think that was Gold Coast game.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was a bit further around.
My apologies.
That's all right.
That was a Good Friday game with Dwayne Russell. Fuck my life. Anyway.
Dude, my favourite part about that game is I had 1 spare ticket to that game, could not give it away for the life of me.
right.
Like, all season, people were snapping up my tickets, could not give it away. And then finally some guy from Rainbow Crows that Brendan got me onto took
That's
it.
right.
And yeah, I
Friend
guess he
club,
probably didn't regret it. So
My favourite memory was actually the
you've thought of one.
individual improvement of Harris and Schoenberg.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
is that a memory as such? It's just like...
Hang on, how can you have an individual improvement of Harry Schoenberg?
Because out of everyone improving this year, I think he improved the most.
I see the sheer numbers.
Yes, the sheer numbers.
What have I told you about talking about the run sheet?
Oh, whoa.
Sorry, that got into the head, so I didn't mean it.
I loved his finish of the year. That's all I'm saying.
I just imagine some like montage going through Cream's head with like some background music.
Just highlight Schoenberg highlights. Just running through. Oh, that goal was
the
good.
memories.
I can see the centre square of the MCG right now.
No, it's like a random sentence generator. I enjoyed the kicking efficiency of Fisher Mackesy
against the Crows.
I also love Paul Seedsman's year.
It's like kind of like AFL Evolution commentary there.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Crows.
I disagree, Dermot.
I'm going with Adelaide.
You have selected Power.
All is in parking lot.
I think I was going to say the Melbourne game, but just to make it a little like as you were chatting about individual improvements, Riley Thilthorpe's goal to beat the Gold Coast.
Oh, yeah.
In
St Kilda.
St Kilda, I'm sorry, in
Cairns.
In Cairns.
In
Am I
France.
thinking of the right
And Fogarty shepherded on the line.
That's right.
And Crouch doing nothing.
Absolutely.
Bupkis.
Bupkis.
He just stood there.
Yeah.
And just went,
But for to see a young bloke who can pull that trick out after having a pretty good game anyway in the wet for a tall.
Wait, that game, don't forget the point after the siren from Jimmy Rowe.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just the walking back and then just the siren goes and he's just like, fuck yeah, whopping.
And by all reports, Riley Thilthorpe's been the most impressive in pre-season too, so good on him.
Fantastic. That's what
You
we want.
know what we're going to put at the end of this pod? We're going to put the pre-roll call that we did.
Oh,
No, because I can still see the umpire's baby blue fucking tops in my head.
Just to be clear though, the pre-roll I think was better than the one that we did on the pod.
It was.
Yeah, it was.
And then we went, that was really good. Let's try and capture this magic again.
Yeah, and we did.
We did not.
Yeah, we shit the bed. But that's what our Patreons get. Patreon.com/project.
Yep.
Damon.
Hi.
He just said it.
Oh, that's right.
That's how we got onto the lighter conversation we're on. Did you want to flag that for editing later? No, you good.
Just like, Damon, tell me again.
All right. Well, we're going to cut to Ben/Elodie, who's got some of the socials up at the moment. What are they saying on? Is that the Twitter or the TikToks?
That is the Twitter. So we've given a few suggestions. Maybe it was the Elite Crows AFLW win in the prelim when we absolutely smacked the Cats.
Yeah.
Maybe it was our round 1 win. We've heard that around the table. Maybe it was our win over Melbourne. Heard that as well. Or maybe when we managed to get a Go Chrom beanie tossing the coin at the AFLW Grand Final.
That's it.
Ah, that was lovely.
Forget the game. That was the best part.
We don't worry about the game.
I remember getting that message, and it was the person that bought it basically said, "Can you get it to me by tomorrow?
Yeah.
I'm tossing the coin." And I was like, "Hell yeah!" And someone else missed out on an order because we didn't have enough for the greater good. Yeah, it was for the greater. That person was delayed by 3 days, but yeah, it's big. It's all right. Shits and gigs. Sorry.
Oh, cool. We had J-Mac who said the Cats and the D's wins were the best, but loved Riley Thilthorpe's backwards goal against the Saints. I was at the game and had to put up with St Kilda fans chirping through the halftime break, only to see them slink out quicker than a Port supporter when he put us in front at the end of the game. And lastly, Frampton Apologist says, my favourite moment beside the win against Melbourne has to be when Thilthorpe kicked the goal against the Saints when Brad Crouch did absolutely nothing. And sorry, I did miss one. Gabe Lord said when Port lost the prelim.
Yes.
Cathartic.
Good way to end it.
They were so up and about. They were so chirpy before that game. I had so many poor people that I just couldn't speak to.
I had genuinely mentally prepared myself for them to make a grand final.
Me too. Yeah.
Even some of their supporters were because they bought tickets.
Yeah.
Bought tickets to the plane ride over there.
The Port Jet.
The Port Jet. And then
Jack,
it's just
you got
like,
your
it's
tickets
coming
to-
back in 2022. And now
Rumour has it Paddy Carlisle still waiting at the airport.
Man, the game must be soon.
I knew it was hard to get into Perth, but this is ridiculous.
That game for me was surreal, only for the fact that my beautiful daughter was sick that night and she wanted to basically sleep on my chest. She was 18 months at the time, and I came out just at quarter time.
Yeah, so I looking at the scoreboard, like,
and I was just like,
"Huh?
No,
they've got the graphics
you're
wrong."
Shitting me.
Yeah.
I thought that it was the wrong way around.
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought that looked on the AFL, and I was like, no.
Nat and I were staying in the city. We had friends that got married that day at the new hotel, the casino. So we thought we'll book a room up there.
And you heard the silence.
Even better, we were walking back from dinner. We got the tram back and we're walking from the tram stop as they were all pouring out. And it
were you just slow clapping them?
No, you know what? There was actually part of me. There was a little bit where it transcended footy because I could see kids in tears.
Yeah.
I could see families consoling each other. And part of me went, I didn't want to see this. I want to be able to take the piss out of them. But
It's a
now
shame
I
I'm wearing a
can't.
Chrom beanie and the Crows get
That's
it.
right.
You're just giving them the finger. Oh, I feel so bad.
Yeah, I would have had no sympathy. I would have said to the kids, you should have learned better. Parents should have taught you better than that.
I mean, I've always said, my old joke from way back was, what do you call a kid in a poor Guernsey? Bad parenting.
I just would have walked up to one of them and been like, so did you win or?
So, what happened, mate?
Yeah, play dumb. That's the best way to do it.
Would you like a maxi bond?
Phenomenal. Any other memories from the year from the listeners?
I think Pete had some from Facebook.
You got the Facebook?
Maybe?
I've got some from Instagram.
Just for the record, I would have called a kid in a Port Guernsey because no parent would encourage their kid to go for Port, surely.
I'll just flag that one. All right, over to Instagram. Anyway, so we've got Alex.x.23 says Melbourne game 100%. We've got Tori Louise May, who seems to always say this one, anything Will Hamill. And I just put up the burger.
Burger?
Yeah, it's just burger. We've got Tailed, who says, might be a tad boring, but when you had the guy on with all the old memorabilia, pretty interesting stuff.
Which one?
That doesn't narrow it down.
And that's why I responded with Get Your Crow On. There's over 30 episodes, patreon.com.
Good plug. Great plug for Get Your Crow On, which is one of the
thanks,
many
Tailed.
great shows that you can get if you sign up to Patreon, including interviews, Obscure Crow, Get Your Crow On. Actually, that's it.
And the exclusive Request a Game.
That's right, Request a Game.
yes,
Because
check
Name a
it out.
Game is no more, so we've taken over with Request a Game.
The Graham Corns tapes.
The Graham Corns tapes.
I love
yep.
confusing
Crows game
Lleyton.
only.
I love confusing Lleyton when I reply from
Yeah.
from our.
Oh my
so we've got our own project account, and I'll just reply. I'll be like, 2012 Adelaide versus Essendon, and you'll be like, who the fuck are that? Jezza Withers, a friend of the pod on Patreon, says round one win against Geelong, the win against Melbourne, and the after match walk and talk. That's a haze for me.
When you have no voice. Yeah.
I listened to the round 1 walk and talk that I record on my phone, and it was the guys from the Chrom Twitter page who turned up, and then for some reason I put that in first, then myself talking as I'm going out of the grade, and it's like, ladies and gentlemen, my voice was going actively, and I was a bit
Glad you still had one.
Just. We got and he also says Tilthorpe's goal versus St Kilda. Lockie G 14_blue tick says, does pork getting rolled in home prelim when they were booking tickets to Perth count? Absolutely. Jack says the Melbourne game 100%. Dave Carnivale, friend of the pod, says wearing the Chrom beanie in Perth and the locals recognising it straight away. And I think that's been another thing too. Just random Chrom fan that was at the A-League final.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And then finding the guy too. And Cream's amazing interview he did with ABC Sport too, which every single time someone says,
what is Chrom?
We're just like, here you go. And it's just a shady Cream just in the corner. Well, some boomer misspelled it and we just fucking rolled with it.
Because there's not much more to it, to be fair.
No.
Was there supposed to be more?
But sometimes I wish there was, because I get asked this all the time, and sometimes I wish there was a better story, and then I remind myself, no, because that is the essence of Chrom.
Was it Warren Treadway that asked us? And he was essentially like, oh, what? That's it. So, yep.
Yes.
Yeah. No, so I trolled him with that one.
Oh,
so,
what did he say?
No, because hang on.
He sent in a link to the Garden State Guernsey.
Yeah, correct. So what is it? So he messaged and says, saw Crows posted Chrom. As an outsider, what is Chrom? Where does it come from? This is from Treaders. He DM'd us. So I was nice. And
this is why we're still with Channel 9, right?
Yes. So Lleyton replies and does a very good reply just explaining everything, right? And then Warren Treadway name drops. Lleyton says, thanks, Lleyton. Pretty similar to Port fans when they call the power the pair. Sort of. Yeah.
Don't compare us to that shit.
It pisses off some, and some simply don't understand it. We'll check out link, thumbs up. And then Peter gets on there. And I said that at 10 a.m, so I've got no excuse, really. I said, appreciate it, Treaders. It has gone national due to the charity side of things. We're all amazed by how big it's gone. Sam Tugwell can give you the rundown on all. He's a huge fan of it all. We also made the Garden Steak stop, which is rough sold in, and have raised $3,000 for Catherine House with these bad boys. And I said, please don't shoot us. Love your work, great and balance on $5 commentary. Peter, the head honch. And he says, ouch, low blow. And I just did sad react, and I was like, see you, Treaders.
Amazing. Have we actually? I'm just thinking back to a bit of news that I don't think we've covered yet. The Friday night showdown. Have we discussed this on air yet?
Yeah.
No, we haven't. We haven't been here since the fixture drop.
We're having a Friday night showdown. And it's a double header, and it's going to be fucking Dwayne Russell from Fox Footy.
Let me get the whole fixture up just while you.
Here we go.
So we have more than the pre-season.
We have like the first 6 rounds.
Oh, that's right. The fixture, the game.
We're going to play football.
This could have been a whole episode.
Imagine not having this on the fucking run.
I think it's on page 3, mate.
I remembered late. I remember during the episode, but I remember.
We got there.
The games.
It's not the first time we've forgotten to talk about football on the podcast. To be fair.
Can you just double check that this is actually recording, please?
Guys. All right. Round 1, we will kick it off at Adelaide Oval at 4:10 on a Sunday afternoon against Fremantle, which is a Fox Sports game. So, we could have Dwayne Russell again.
It's got Dwayne Russell written all over it, that game.
Really does. Round 2, we have the Cream Cup at the MCG Saturday, 1:45 p.m, Collingwood versus the Crows. Round 3, we are back at home for the Friday night showdown, 8:20 p.m. Adelaide time. Dwayne Russell all over it. Chaos ball, left, right and centre.
Before you go on, it's a double header, so someone else is playing on the Friday night.
Yeah, we've got Melbourne and Essendon also on the Friday night, which is also the free-to-air game, because, we couldn't have a standalone one, but it's okay. That's a common theme throughout the year. It's not just special for that, Roy.
I'm setting an over and under of 8 games that Dwayne Russell commentates of ours. You taking the over or the under?
Is this a Creamy's call?
Way over.
Yeah, I'll take the overs. Yeah, definitely. We'll have a lot of Sunday Arvos.
Hey, wait. Is it
no, it's not. It's not. This is just a genuine question.
Okay, so
how many games do you reckon he'll commentate? 13
10 plus.
of the 22.
It
12.
depends if he gets lactose intolerance.
That's right, yeah.
You seen the photo of him just power chugging 2 litres of milk during a commentary thing?
Oh, so that's how he comes up with the great calls.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it goes to his head.
Yeah.
Oh, chaos ball.
Can't believe it's like presumably this is like a ritual of his. He does this regularly,
Fueled
and
by
we've
milk.
only just found out about
He
it.
goes to the producer, is this full cream or skim? It's skim milk. This is off the scale.
I guess that proves, Damon, it's just not the most fucked thing about him, which is
So
sad.
this is for real. So weird how Dwayne Russell only drinks cartons of milk while commentating.
I'm really surprised that that's not brought up on the air.
That looks
that would make me listen.
yellow, the pure light start stuff.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Do you reckon that's how he came up with belly of the ball? Because he was just so full from all the.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
just
my belly hurts. He's kicked the ball with belly of the ball.
I've got it. He's just waiting for a stoppage so he can go
That's
out
why
and just Dutch oven the corridor.
That's why he's commentating NBL and stuff, because all he asks for to be paid in is a 2-litre milk carton. There you go.
Sees it, drinks it, farts it.
Everyone has a price.
Ben, the fixture.
Round 4, we have got Marvel Stadium, another trip to Melbourne to play Essendon at 1:10 on a Sunday afternoon.
Yay.
Round 5, we are back at home to play Richmond at 4:35 on a Saturday afternoon. We move into
That's all right.
some, not prime time, but close enough.
Full credit to the club for doing the Super Mario
that was
release
amazing.
video too.
With 119 coins at the
Yeah,
start.
yes. Yeah.
I loved, like, everyone on Twitter was just like, look at the number of coins. check out how many coins there are.
I'm just going to add 119.
I'm the guy that's like put all these like time and love into this, just like, everyone just
That's
goes
the
about
one
this.
thing. What about the rest of it? I literally redesigned Mario, and all you can see is a number.
You can actually play that level.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So James Hetherington, the guy who runs the socials, he actually designed it on the Super Mario editor.
Because there's like a share code that they
Yeah.
put in the end of the video.
So Elodie, you can get your
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch.
Oh,
Well, I
I'd
could get
love
my
to,
Nintendo
yeah.
Switch, which I haven't turned on in 2 years, and you can go to the Super Mario editor and you can play it.
Oh,
Amazing.
That sounds so lovely. I'm going to do that as soon as I get home.
No, you're not.
No,
Anyway,
but
that's right.
Round 6, we are travelling to Ballarat once more to play the Western Bulldogs. I might make a road trip for this one.
At least,
Why?
Cream in the boot.
at least this is like nice and early in the season. Just get it out of the way.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be the Crow supporter outside the ground.
That's
tooting
right.
the horn.
With a Ford
Yeah,
Ranger.
that's it. I'll take it. Yeah, I'll buy a new car by then and I'll have
Can
a
I
Ford
bring
Ranger.
a pillow in the boot?
Yeah.
this time?
I'll allow it.
Creams in the back just bashing out affirmation by
Savage Garden,
Yeah, he's changing the CD changer in the boot.
Like a Chicky Cherry Cola. Anyway,
round 7, we come back home to face GWS on a Saturday afternoon at 2:10 p.m.
are we going to shit the bed like this year?
Nah.
No,
We're
we
winning.
have the new
Nah.
Toby
Nah.
Green apparently.
Nah.
We have the new Toby Green. We'll be
oh,
fine.
yes.
Toby Green 2.0.
Absolutely.
Bungee.
Round 8, we are going back to Melbourne. So basically, our first 9 rounds, we go Adelaide, Melbourne, Adelaide, Melbourne, Adelaide, Melbourne. We'll play Carlton at Marvel Stadium at 4:40 on a Sunday afternoon.
That's kind of weird. Usually we play Carlton at the MCG.
No, I've been to a couple at Marvel.
We
last few
played
years.
them at Marvel this year.
Yeah.
Did we?
Mark of the Year by Brett Byrne in 2009.
Yeah, 2009.
That's right.
2018.
That was only 12 years
Yeah, we
ago.
lost by
exactly.
3. We lost by 3 goals this year against
Okay.
them at Marvel. Right?
Yeah.
That's why it wasn't one of my memories of the year.
2017, we played him at the G and we won by like 3 points.
Yeah.
2018, we won by about 90 points. Eddie had those. So, yeah, no.
Did I read somewhere recently too that we haven't played Carlton and Adelaide in like a decade?
Yeah.
Or something? Is that-
No, we played them in 2018.
Is that a decade
Not
ago?
Which is surprising
In
because
Adelaide.
there's a lot
I
of wogs
apologise.
here that would want to go and watch Carlton too.
Yeah, my boss too. Shout out to our sponsors, Pay Me to Say.
Is Fev still playing?
Yeah.
God,
Bring
I-
back Anthony Koutafidis.
Jeez, I hope not. Don't talk about Fev after that one goal at Amy Stanton.
Yeah, that's right.
Bad memories.
Outside the boundary.
Yeah.
Bloody
Yep.
Gary Eels.
Anyway, the fixture.
Anyway, back to round 9. We come back home to play Brisbane on a Saturday night, prime time. Fox Footy, not Channel 7, but that'll be a big game. Round 10 will be another home game against St Kilda.
We'll win that.
Don't have a day or a time at this stage because we've only got the days and times for the first
Definitely
9.
winning that one.
Yeah,
You'd hope
goal
so.
over the head by
Penciling
Thingthorpe
it
again.
Absolutely. Lock it in. Sports bet right now. Round 11, we go back to Victoria to play Geelong at Geelong.
No.
Great one.
Losing that. That's a loss. Ben Davis will come back for that one.
It's one and only game of the season.
Round 12, we're back at home to play West Coast, so we're still going Adelaide, Melbourne by this stage.
Oh, God.
Round 13, we have the bye.
Win
Round,
that. Win.
Win that,
Win
yeah,
that.
good.
Can't
Couple
wait.
of goals.
Close one.
Round 14, we go to the Gold Coast to play Gold Coast in our first game that isn't in South Australia or Victoria.
Oh,
Don't
God.
say the camp.
We won't be taking a bus trip there, just don't worry.
Ixnay on the campaign.
Round 15, we head to Tasmania to play North Melbourne.
And Tom Lynch is still getting prepared for that game.
Round 16, we're back at home to face Melbourne, where we will hopefully pull off another miracle like last year. I don't know about that. Yeah, lock it in. Just lock it in. All right.
Okay.
Round 17, we go to Marvel Stadium to play Hawthorn.
Win that.
Round 18,
Big call.
Big cool.
the home version of the Creamies Cup, we will play Collingwood.
Win that.
Round 19.
Which team, though? What are you referring to?
Crows will win that.
Round 19, we're off to the SCG to play Sydney.
Win that.
Round 20, we play Carlton at home for the first time in quite a while. I don't
Win
remember
that.
playing them in 2018.
Yeah, 2018.
27.
2018. That was when McGovern took a mark for the first time in his career.
He hasn't
Got
taken one
off the
since.
ground. And everyone's like, oh my God.
Who is that man?
Yeah.
The whole stadium.
Shadow beneath him.
Round 21, we go to Perth to play West Coast.
Lose that.
Round 22, we play North at home. And we
win
wrap
that.
up the year with an away showdown, which is an interesting way to finish it off, but it's better than going to Perth again.
That's very true.
I can just imagine being like, imagine if we could mathematically make the 8 and Port just beat us by 10 goals.
Here's my big call. That Port showdown will save Ken Hinkley's career. Does that make sense?
I hope so.
Do you know what I mean?
I would dead set
No, 'cause that
encourage the
means we
Crows to
lose.
I would throw the game
to keep him.
if they kept him.
correct.
Yeah,
I don't think Port's finishing top 4 this year either.
So that would be like to
that's a
make
big call.
it into
No
the
way.
grand final.
Okay,
That would be like
big
to finish
calls
5
are
or
for
6.
next year.
We'll be cemented in top spot by that stage anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we're going to go 23.
22,
aren't we?
yeah.
23. Yeah, we're
Yeah,
going to beat the bar.
We're going to
You're going to smash it. I'm gonna-
We'll have a good first half of the year. Then with the
No,
bye,
just-
we'll get out unscathed. No injuries,
Oh, really?
I reckon.
Someone record
Finish
this, clip this, because we all know who to blame when it comes to the actual play.
Oh, God.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
So that's the men's fixture. Now, have we been through the women's fixture?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know.
Oh, if only it was on here.
No, I wouldn't fit.
Do I need
with
to
this
throw
one.
bits of
How would we
paper
know?
at you?
Sure.
I'll throw a piece of paper at you.
Yeah, well, we got an exclusive
Taking
about
the run
the.
sheet.
Well, that's a nice little clip.
So
Yeah,
we
that's
couldn't
great.
actually. So we had Sensible Crow and Crowcast who released their interviews, but we had to wait another day because Timmy Silvers gave us info about the Afl Women's. Give me that.
It was too good.
Yeah, it was too good.
I squashed it up into
Yeah,
such a
shut
nice
up.
little
Right,
ball,
here we go.
though. You're wasting my...
Oh! Did he get it?
No.
Dangerously close.
Yeah.
If you missed the beginning of the pod, we've had a game going where we're throwing paper balls into a bin in the corner, and Pete, from a sitting position, nearly aced it.
I love that if you've missed the beginning of the pod, like someone's just skipped to this moment. I'm going to 40 minutes in. I don't want to hear
just
this.
gonna
They've
start
just
5
woken up
minutes.
after their sleep.
That's it. If you tuned out for a long time and have tuned back in,
I don't blame you, but
Yeah. But
just tune back out again.
No, so Tim Silvers said they're going to be possibly doing the pod style stuff over in WA.
You're joking.
Unfortunately, it's the only way to keep the comp going. So I think that was the only reason why he couldn't release that, because it hadn't actually been released to the media. But
Yeah.
everything's changing, which we know. So Benny Mac, tell us where they're playing.
Well, round 1, we are heading to Perth to play the Fremantle Dockers. Round 2,
That's a win.
at this stage are coming back home to play North Melbourne.
Oh, it's a win. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a win. Round 3, we're going back to Perth to play the Eagles.
Oh, it's a win.
Round 4, we're back here to play Melbourne.
Yeah, it's a win.
Yeah, up the gills.
Round 5, over to Victoria to play Carlton at Icon Park.
Oh, yeah, we got him. Don't worry.
Back here to play the Bulldogs.
Yeah, fuck the doggies.
Over to Sydney for a tables and ladders and chairs match with GWS.
Oh,
Yeah. Just don't run into Noffy's bread basket. Get your braces out.
Oh, yeah, the suspenders, yeah.
Yeah. I'll just move past that and say back home to play Brisbane the next round.
Yeah, fuck. Grand final rematch.
Yep. And the final round of the year we have, not the final round of the year, we have the Creamies Cup in round 9.
Oh, we always play Collingwood in the last game.
Yeah, Collingwood will win that.
Yeah. There is one more round after that. And
we're going
play
to throw that one.
St Kilda.
So we're not playing Melbourne?
We are playing.
That was round
Sorry, what round was that?
3.
Fuck you, Taylor Harris.
Listen.
Fucking Taylor Harris.
Yeah, we're going to win anyway.
Round 4 at Norwood Oval, and I bet Cream's their front row just yelling some stuff over the fence.
Just everyone in Melbourne.
So every single player, yeah.
Definitely not.
Anyway.
They're yelling positive stuff to the Crows. I don't know what you guys were getting at there.
Yeah, we're going to win. We're gonna
Moving on from Cream abusing women.
Yeah. Oh, give me a spell. Right, anyway. Come on, man. Now, put that on. What's next?
That's it.
Beryl and Cecil, come on, mate.
Beryl and Cecil. We've got a Beryl and a Cecil.
We have a late nomination. Actually, a couple of nominations here.
Do we have to decide on the finalist here as well?
Correct.
I think we've already mentioned it in this pod, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Are we sending a prize to the Beryl and Cecil? I'm going to track
Well,
these guys down.
It was an anonymous letter, so
that makes it
don't know if
hard.
we
We'll
can.
just send beanies to every nursing home. Love it.
So there was a tweet from someone on Twitter that Ben Keys has tweeted. The original tweet was, finding it hard to have sympathy. Just stay the fuck at home. There's a pandemic and new variant raging. Why are you travelling? Why?
And just to be clear, this is from Ben Keys.
So Ben Keys is the next one.
Yeah.
He responds.
Oh, sorry.
Is there a reply from him? Yeah.
So his reply to that was, some older Australians and their selfish attitudes like this get me down. Everyone in this country, especially young people, deserve to live their lives fully. This time we will never back. Yeah, okay, that didn't make much sense there, Benny. Come on. It's easy for older people who have lived...
Yeah, read a book, Ben.
Yeah, be like Rob.
Yeah, come on. Jump in the bath.
It's easy for older people who have lived, in brackets, or wasted lives to pass judgment. And we've got a few responses. So we have Gerard who says, wow, my missus is a fan of yours and now you just called her old.
Gerard.
Gerard.
What is that?
Is he French?
Could be. I don't know. I don't get much
Watch the
of it.
game in Cairns.
I am led disappointed.
The interesting thing is, it's not like he's added her directly. How does he? What does his wife just take offence because she thinks she's old and she's just going, "Oh, he just called me old." He didn't mention my name or anything, but
Oh, Gerard, bring me the appetizers.
get on Twitter, Gerard. Then we have Samantha who says, "How old are you?" ? And really young people are just the worst. They are violent and not very bright. Spelled V-E-R-E. Not very bright.
Very bright. Not there.
And are disrespectful towards every dot. I am not that old. I am not that old. Be quite frankly, I can't be bothered with anyone really anymore.
Oh, jeez.
He's got an amazing superpower to be able to speak spelling mistakes and grammatical errors.
My brain hurts right now.
Samantha's only mad because a couple of millennials missed paying rental on 4 of her investment properties.
Yeah, she only got 700,000 this week.
Poor thing.
And I hope Ben Keys has learned a lesson about stirring the hornet's nest on Twitter.
Yeah, but you're not expecting that on Twitter.
Oh, yeah, good
Do you
point.
know what I mean?
No.
Let's be honest, Twitter is
Sorry.
a younger demographic.
Yeah.
Generally.
And also, everyone on Twitter is always nice all of the time, consistently.
He was just like, he tweeted that and he was like, you know what, I'm going to connect with the younger demographic here. As Damon's phone speaks.
Sorry,
Tech issues?
Damon's inferior Android phone just started talking. What happened?
It is very inferior. I've got no idea.
Someone has hacked it over in Ghana.
Oh, he's confused. He pressed record. He didn't know what to do next.
You know what? That's
You're getting a run sheet today.
My favourite memories from this year is just when I listen back, and if I'm not on the pod, I listen back to Lleyton just bitey comments.
Oh, yeah.
There's just some bitey stuff. And I'm just like, oh, Lleyton's got some sass tonight.
If you listen to this for the first time, you're like, does Lleyton actually like anyone on the project?
No, he's amazing.
He wants to make them all cry.
Do you know what one of my favourite Lleyton comments was in a pod that I wasn't on? It was so stupid, but it was like, someone had mentioned there was a picture of someone running, and he was like, how do you know they're running if it's a picture? It was so quick. Just straight into it.
Could be a still shot for all we know.
Yeah.
Actually, I remember there was another time Chrom was taking a little while to describe something, and just Lleyton at the end, there's just a bit of silence, and then Lleyton, oh, we got there in the end.
Yeah.
The sass.
Just the sass.
Oh my god! All right, well, I've thrown away every copy of the run sheet I've had in front of me. So
Now, we've also got Golden Tool of the Year as well. We just need to announce that Golden Tool of the Year is going to David King for his comments about David McKay. Saying that he needs to be rubbed out. Just like literally everyone in the AFL community just being like, are you all right? Like, he's saying that he's like this little skinny little bloke is just.
And in his 200 plus games, he's never been reported that seriously.
He's saying he's a menace, whereas Toby Green, he's just misunderstood.
he's such a lovable character.
So we will be designing the Golden Tool of the Year. I said this for the last 2 years when I announced it. But this year we will be doing it and it'll be on a little plinth. But wood's expensive, so I'm just going to use a piece of tile. And as well, what's the other award that we give away all the time?
Bungee Medal.
The Bungee Medal.
Which we
I forgot about that.
No, we did the count for that though.
Yeah.
Sam Curtis counted the votes and it was someone on 119. Ben Keys.
That's right.
Yes.
It went to Ben Keys. Thank
There
you, Sam Curtis.
were people with higher scores, but we went the rule of the Benji.
119
From now on, it's 119 even wins you.
Yeah, damn straight.
So it's capped.
Just a reminder. So we'll be designing a little sausage trophy as well.
Aw.
That's sweet.
And it won't be of a pesh, just an actual sausage. It won't be of, we should do it in Nick Pesh.
Nick Peschel. Oh, look at that.
By the way, everyone, AFL Fantasy is open today, so get on there.
Already?
Make your teams. Yeah, it's very early.
Are we doing the project you running the league?
Yes,
Yeah, I'm coming for
we
Cream's
are. Should we do a
last
prize
spot.
this time, maybe? Yeah, we'll do
We
a
did a prize last time.
For fantasy, do we? Do we send that guy a prize? I
Oh,
don't know.
shit.
No,
I did it for tipping and I didn't do it for that.
Oh, yeah, maybe not for. Yeah.
Oh.
Can,
That's
we,
bad.
can we
That's
just
bad.
have like one
Sorry.
project team so we don't have to keep checking every week?
Take your
run with it.
Shotgun
let's have a
running.
collaborative project team.
Okay. Look at it on our socials and it will be there.
And we'll take it in turns picking the team every week.
Might get some.
I don't like this.
Bad luck, Elodie.
You guys are
This
going to
is-
trade Bergman out.
This is like
Obviously.
This is like when you're in school and you had a class pet and you had to take turns taking it over the weekend. You're like, no, I'm going to be the one that brings it back dead. I'm going to be the one that kills it by mistake.
It's just like a group project. Like, I'm going to be
Yeah.
doing all the work. I'm going to be getting like everyone, all the good players in, and you guys are going to be like, nah.
I'm
fuck
happy
that
to be
guy.
the one to sleep in.
Don't give the chicken to the Wog family. I ain't coming back. That happened in year 5. Not to me, another family. Another.
Just a bit of racial vilification going on in your primary school.
I'm a Italian.
real
It happened,
story.
mate.
It's a real story.
Yeah, real story. The Friday they took home the chicken, and on the Monday, what happened? My dad took it. What do you mean took it? Yeah, he's gone.
Sunday roast.
Yeah, Sunday roast. Yeah, they Sunday roasted the chicken.
Jeez.
Rest in peace. Rest in
Rest in
peace.
pesh.
Sorry. Rest in peace, Penny.
Oh no.
And on that note, unless
Actually, AFLW tipping opened up. I don't know if we want to league of that as well. Just throw it out.
sure,
Go
let's
on.
do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get around.
Why not? Is that AFLW fantasy? I feel like there is.
Don't think so.
I think there is
there
something, but I don't
is.
think it's official. I think it's
Yeah.
just like something that someone's made.
You think
I'll
it's some
jump
kind
on
of
it.
backyard operation?
Yeah, I think so. Some guys concocted it in his backyard.
Stirring
Stirring
his tipping vat.
I just like playing various fantasies. I'm not doing very well in BBL
Yes, that'll
fantasy.
do this year.
Too many bonus points. Now, one last thing as well. We will be doing the project quiz night before the round 1 as well. That's so if you sign up on our Patreon, you'll be getting a free ticket for yourself and a couple of other people on a table if you want. And we'll be announcing the where and the when for that soon. We'll be raising funds for a few charities and sort of just launching the season too.
And to research for the quiz, just Google. You have to listen to all the obscure crime episodes.
Yeah,
And there may or may not be questions surrounding that.
And if it's a number, it's 119 is the answer.
And read your books.
Yeah, in the
In
bath.
the tub.
In the bath. Just not a Kindle. You might electrocute yourself.
I'll give you the answer to one of the questions right now. One of the questions will be, we have a cardboard cutout every time we record a pod. Who is it of? And the answer is Kylie Minogue. You're welcome.
done.
Yes.
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 God.
Between now and doing it, we've got to switch that out for Danny Minogue or something.
Should we have like a collection of cutouts there? And it's a trick question, multiple choice.
90s pop stars.
Yeah.
Just have the whole gang from Aqua.
Sir Joe Cook. 90s pop star.
Yeah, Mr. Milk.
Yeah.
Oh, listen, that came up randomly on my Spotify the other day.
Oh.
It was not bad.
I reckon it popped up on my phone about 30 seconds ago too. Just like playing out loud.
Yeah, 4:30 a.m. Wake up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
God, is that it for the year?
I think that's it.
I think so.
I think it is.
all
We have
got.
come to a grinding halt at the end of 2021.
Yep. Lead us out, Damon. You brought us into this mess. You get us out of it.
Bye, everyone. No. We'll do
Check
it
the run
properly.
sheet or
No, we'll do it. No, there's no point checking the run sheet. I've thrown them all across the room.
It says at the bottom, discuss.
Yeah.
But what?
Okay.
I was meant to spell. I was trying to write discus. Stuffed it up. So, no, we will just say thank you, everyone, so much for listening in. It's been a weird year in most regards. We're very happy that the footy was actually able to go ahead and that we were able to hopefully bring some joy to you guys every week. Please stick with us for 2022. All the stuff that you enjoy and all the stuff that mildly annoys you will also be back in the next year. So,
all that and more.
all that and more.
So Chrom will be back.
And also, Merry Christmas
Absolutely.
to all of you guys. Make the most of the Christmas break and enjoy your time with your loved ones.
That's right. And stay safe over this possibly COVID-ridden Christmas holidays.
Yay.
Yay.
Can't
No,
wait.
but yeah, Cream, absolutely right. Merry Christmas to everyone listening. Happy New Year. And we can't wait to see you all in 2022. Go Crows.
Very Chrom.
Go Crom.
Go, Crom.
Go Crom.
Yes.
All right, I've got Crows CEO with me, Tim Silvers. Tim, thank you so much for talking to us on the project.
Thanks for coming down. It's taken me too long to speak to you guys.
Fantastic. And real quick, Michael T asked as well, we can always see and have an opinion on the on-side of the on-field side of the club, but off-field as well. What are some of the contributors that we don't hear about often, and what would you say are the key people running the club?
The key people off the field are our media. Our general manager of media is my sort of right-hand man because there's just such a focus in Adelaide we're in the spotlight and we got to use that brand for good. So we push. Ian's in the room, so I just thought I'd pump him up. So why not do that? But off the field, we've got a commercial team that strives for success. We've had some challenges over the last 2 years with COVID. We've been able to get as many fans to the games and as many members as possible. To get 60,000 members in a COVID interrupted year, we think was a really good result. My vision is for us to continue to drive that. I know we've got so many supporters, we've got so many avid fans. How can we take them on that membership journey? So my focus as a CEO is to get more members, give us a real backbone, a financial backbone, because our members are the lifeblood of our club and that supports us on and off the field. So I'll be striving to get more members and commercial partners, and we've got some long-term commercial partners. Toyota have been for forever and a day. And that's for them to continue to support us to the level they do for that period of time. It's just been an amazing partnership, and we thank them for all they do.
You're very happy with Hungry Jack coming on board too, weren't you?
Yeah, it was a whopper of a deal.
Got it.
Yeah, but having the challenges when I first came in that Optus were leaving us for a variety of reasons, but to be able to fulfil that gap really quickly with a major brand, a successful brand, and Jack Cowan and his team, they're with us, like I said, for 4 years, and hopefully it's a long-term partnership like Toyota.
And in regards to the AFL Women's season as well, the fixtures dropped as well, so how's things looking for that?
There's been a few changes with the fixture. It was supposed to have our first game in December, but with some changes and COVID interruptions, round one isn't until the first week of January. We're potentially going to play a couple of games early away in Western Australia, just to work through getting our players to Western Australia, because it's hard with the border restrictions. And we're going to play 5 of our home games at Norwood, and I think the last round for the women's will be the first round for the men. So there'll be a bit of a combination late, and hopefully we've got a great team and we're hoping to play finals, which are 3 weeks thereafter round 10.
And where do you see yourself and your role in the next couple of years, either with the club in regards to its success or even yourself?
I see myself as a long-term CEO. I wouldn't have moved myself, my family, after being with the club for so long. So it's about me now putting my stamp on this club, setting the right culture, having the right people in the right positions, and giving a new strategic plan to this club that can take us successful, that's on and off the field. So yes, it's about culture, but it's also about success on and off the field. And success on the field is about striving for premierships. We want to be in that window where we're challenging for premierships, and I think we're building a list that is going to achieve that. We play a game style over the last 12 months that our members and fans should be proud of. We're going to improve, but we've just got to give ourselves some time into these kids, and it will take time and it won't be linear. There'll be some ups and downs, but you just got to back us in. We're moving in the right direction. We've got a great coach.
Cool. Awesome. And real quick, what's your thoughts on all things Chrom?
Chrom is a little bit new to me, but I feel like it's unique, and it's unique to the club. So, I am challenging our creative team and our marketing team of what we could do with the uniqueness of Chrom.
Cool. Give me a call. Anyway, Tim, thanks so much for your time. We'll talk to you soon.
Appreciate it.